Okay, hello dear friends, good evening. Let's have a cup of tea and at the same time enjoy some tedious stuff, as well as chatting something that I have seen in recent comments. One particular comments, it's not comments, nobody has commented on this, but I realized is that when I chat with my friend in Chinese, I found her voice is so beautiful, and my voice does not have strength in it. So I think I need to improve my skill of speaking in the way of pronunciation, intonation. You know, sometimes we speak language with a lot of strength because we pause it and we speed it up and we repeat in the right time with the right tempo. And if we do not execute our speech in the right way, then it loses a lot of value of our speech, of our talk. And I think in English, or particularly when I am making this video right now, I do not feel that problem because I have the time to think and I have the time to finish each sentence, and I do pay attention to what I say. And it helped me to make a complete sentence with the right strength, with the right pause, with the right duration of time, and with the right amount of time interval for people, for myself, to reflect. But when I talk with my friend, I find that I finish, especially in Chinese, I finish the sound very lightly. And it feels that I do not have a tail. There is not a tail. There is not a way to balance the whole sentence. And it made me to think, maybe this is my personal character. And a lot of time, our speech reflect our character, reflect our personality, and reflects our strengths and weakness. Oh, I'm sorry, something fall down or something. Anyway. So, you know, there are some people that speaks very fast, very quick. I have listened to some speech and some keynote speaker, or not keynote speaker, some speakers. And you can feel that this person did not get the right training for speaking. You know, public speaking is a big deal. You have to not only have an idea, but have a way of words and way of presenting your idea and conveying your idea, your thoughts. I have seen There was one time I saw one, I think he admitted himself that he's kind of ADHD, and you can feel that his words is so catching up. He's racing with his thoughts. And it is very busy for the listeners to listen. And it's very tiring to follow these thoughts, because he is trying to catch, and you are also trying to catch his thoughts. That is trying to catch his own thoughts. Do I make sense? So I think I need to improve. I know I do need. I think I need to take action to improve my speaking and train myself to speak well. So here is another tedious stuff. I buy my glasses. These are the glasses. This is the reading glass, and this is the driving glass. And these are the driving glasses or movie glasses. I like something with more color, with a little bit fancy style, and these are from Marshall. From Marshall, it's much less expensive. I can afford, and I have cheap eyes because these glasses is good for me already. I do not need to use prescription glasses. I have cheap eyes. I have cheap skins because I buy the cheapest cosmetics, and I think it works for me. And I have cheap body, cheap figure, what do we say? Cheap body shape, because I do not need to get specialized tailoring, and I buy sales clothes, and I can wear those clothes. Anyway, let's take a look at these glasses. I think it's pretty, right? To have something different color, different design. This one is one of the most ordinary ones. When I buy glasses, usually they are too large. Let me see if this is. This is a small one. This is perfect. I am so happy. I can see further away things. This is a perfect one. Let me see how I look. I take a picture of myself. Pictures of you. Pictures of me. Na, me, me, me. Okay, the second one, another purple one. I need some green or blue color actually. I think the sleeve design is different, right? A little bit different. 3 of them. The purple one, perfect size. Let me take. Picture. It's perfect. Now the pink one. Not bad. Not bad. Not very bad. This one is actually the best. No, they are all good for different time, for different occasion, but they are all good. So let's come back to the real stuff. So one friend asking about suggest me to talk about moving around and living in different places. So I was born in China, and then I lived in India, and I lived in France, Paris, and then I lived in Brazil, Australia, and living in a new place is not such a big, scary thing once you have something to do. So the first place that I live away from my home is it's just a short time traveling or something. I lived in Shanghai for a couple of weeks, and it was very boring. Why? Because I didn't have much to do, and I was with friend, and he has his life, I have my life. I do not have my life. I do not really have. That is not really what I want to say. So when I lived in India, and I do not have much things to do, but there are so many new things to see. So I went to Varanasi, I went to Khajuraho, I went to Taj Mahal, all by myself, all these places by myself. And in my husband now and the boyfriend at that time, he was working there. He worked there, and he had his job, and he had his busy things to do, and I stayed at home, and there was not very much things. I have not yet started my real life. For example, learning something, doing something, and it was a new transition. So that was a little bit boring. But I went to visit different places, and every day goes to market. There is a new thing, so it's not that bad. And then I lived in France. I do not even have time to feel bored, because I was a full-time student from day one. I started looking for school and go to commissariat to get my student card and to do all these things. There was not a day that I do not have things to do. So I get used to life in Paris quite easily, and there is also so much things to see. You just do not have time to be bored. And then I lived in Brazil. So when I lived in Brazil, at the beginning it was kind of boring, because everything is new. My husband had a job. I went with him for the job, and I do not work, and we planned only for 6 months. So during daytime, I went out to walk on the street or go shopping, not shopping, go to different places by myself. And there was not a particular thing that I do. So that made me less, that is the problem. So when I lived in Australia, I had a working visa. And I have 2 sons, and they were very young. 3 years old, 3 years old, and 6 years old. I send I send the big boy to school every day, and looking for new road every day. And the first week, every day we were late, and we lived in downtown Sydney, and there are a lot of things to do every day. I send my boys to school and then take care of the second boy, and immediately I started to looking for job, and I worked as a Mandarin Chinese instructor in Berlin, and I worked in community college offering classes, and becomes quite busy. So moving to places is not scary once you have something to do, and once you have a job to do, you have a career, or you have something. An employment is the best. Of course, you can start. Okay, let me keep on talking with about this moving to places things. So, if there is something important, the most important thing is that you have something to do. And right now, with you have to have a job, or you have to have a work, or you have to have a passion. And nowadays we can define job or work very differently from before, from many years ago. Job or work does not mean that you have to have an employer. You can be your own boss, and you can create things and make a living out of it. For example, you can create content on Facebook, on your blog, on Instagram, on any social media you are familiar with and you are comfortable with, on YouTube, and you can make a living out of it. And that really break the barrier of living in your own place, living in your old place, or living in a new place, because we are working people, and we are people who wants to do something and enjoy to do something, right? If we have the condition to do things, then we are not useless. We want to be useful by creating things, and online is your presence. Online is your stage. You can create things and post on Facebook, on YouTube, because that is your money source, that is your financial source, right? Because you can make a sales, you can have a partnership on YouTube or Facebook or blog, and you can make a living out of it. And by moving to a new place, you will find new inspiration, you will find new ways of doing things, and just live the way as if you are still with your old friend circle, family circle, because you can easily connect. And I do not know about you how much physically you need to be with friends. I always feel that friends is overrated. Anyway, I may not be the right person to discuss about it, because I feel that I do not feel we need. We do need friends, but I feel that I'm very happy to be by myself. I like to to be away from people. I am a shy person. I don't talk much, and I'm not good at socializing. So I'm very comfortable that live in my own little cocoon, and I think once you know what you want to do and what you are passionate about, you can live your life regardless of your location, whether it's old place or new place. You can live your own life the way you want it. So as for missing friends, I think I am one of the person that is kind of missing that social connection. I'm very weak in social connection. Maybe I'm not the right person to talk with. And I would prefer, if there is a chance, I would prefer to be by myself and with myself. I'm happier to be alone. That is my habit. That is my way of life. Okay? So don't be afraid of moving around. You will find a lot of new things, new ideas, and fascinating new area, new field for you to exercise your talents, and it will be all good. 中国有句话，人挪活，树挪死。So in Chinese we have a saying, people move, become better. People better off moving. The tree moves. You move a tree, the tree will die. You move a people, the person. You move a person, this person will live a better life. Because that offers you new opportunity, new challenge, and a new world. Okay. I don't know if you have any other questions. And there is another person talking about, I think I made a video and titled it, if you have nothing good to say, just don't say anything. And there was one friend bring out a very good point. And his or her idea is about there are simply times when ethical people should say things that are not considered good or positive or upbeat. And I totally agree with you. And I think I'm missing this part. That talk, my talk is particular on that point, but I absolutely agree with it. Agree with this person's idea. We are ethical people. We are people with our moral value. We are people with our standard of morality. And we should not allow that other value to take away our value. And if we see something against our value and degrading our value, we should speak out, definitely, even if it hurts other people. And I think as a teacher, we should not only teach people, teach kids. If you do not have good things to say, just say nothing. If we only teach this, we are creating a generation of blurring our moral value. And that is wrong. We should allow students to speak out what is right, what is wrong, and with relative consideration. And we should encourage students to speak out their true sense and true feeling. And only when we present our true feeling, we deserve other people's respect, because we are true to ourselves. We are true to our thoughts. We are not hiding. We deserve true feeling from other people. If other people do not agree with us, don't agree with us. We need confrontation. We should not do always political correct. We should not always say right, say good, and refrain ourselves from speaking out our voice. No, that is not right. We should create a genuine, an innocent, genuine, sincere, true, honest, and honest, true, and brave, courageous generation that dare to stand for justice, to stand up for their moral value, to stand up for their believing, and stand up for their dream, and stand up for truth. Thank you very much for bringing up that topic. Okay, I think this is a good place to stop. I thank you very much, and I wish you a very, very, very happy evening. I love you, I really do. I really do.